Greetings, ladies and gentle readers. I'm Dwayne, and I just finished the Arcane Academy, a dystopian high fantasy series, book one from Shane Purdy. Now, right away, what caught my attention was the cover of this book, because it seems like I've got it scaled differently, but it's not the normal dimensions you see book covers on Amazon. It seems pretty simple, which is also very interesting. So I wasn't really sure what to expect from it. Sometimes simple book covers tell really great stories. Sometimes really simple book covers are like, well, the author doesn't, even the author is not really interested in it. So where does this lie? Um, this one was actually okay. It wasn't like the most amazing thing in the history of ever. But I thought it was decent. I thought it was decent. Essentially, this is a story of a character who has a very unique ability. He realizes that he's immortal. At a young age, he realizes that he is immortal because he was. Spoiler section, I'll talk about that more later. Because of certain things. And he knows that if anyone finds out, they are going to do what you would expect anyone would do if they found out someone was immortal. They wouldn't be like, oh my god, we should like worship this person and put him in charge of everything. And like, it's going to be so much fun and so much great. And he's going to be so awesome and everyone's going to love him. Like, none of that wish fulfillment shit. I freaking hate that stuff. Instead, it's like, no, what's going to happen is the powerful people are going to put you in a lab. They're going to dissect you for the rest of your life to figure out how this happened to make you this way. And because they're going to want it for themselves. So he realizes he's immortal and he's like really nervous about that. Because if it gets out, there are so many more powerful people. Because, it says right there, Undying Magician, there's magic in there. And those strong people, they are going to use him as a guinea pig until they turn him inside out and upside down to figure out how that happened. Needless to say, he probably won't survive that. He'll probably be in so many pieces, he won't survive that. So he's got the secret and he has to be very, very careful with it. So I like that. They're giving him potentially a lot that they can do with this character over a long time because he's now immortal. He's going to get pretty strong, I guess, right? And he's got to stay under the radar while that's happening because if his head pops up, it's being taken off. So yeah, he's immortal. He doesn't have like super amazing powers. There's like what is it? What is the tier system? What is the tier system? I forget what the tier system is. Is it like D, C, B, A, and S? I forget what it is. I forget what it is. Suffice it to say, he's not at the very, very top with the complete geniuses. He's like somewhere in the middle, which is fantastic. It fits into the whole, keep your head down thing. Unfortunately, some people do find out about that. Because when you're in a magic academy, things sometimes go wrong. And then you gotta keep a lid on that. But despite your best efforts, some people are gonna find out, and then you gotta figure out what you're gonna do about that. So yeah, essentially, he's trying to get as strong as he can, as fast as he can, without people realizing he's immortal, which people are going to do. Minor spoiler, because he's not aging anymore. So he's in like an academy for like 20-year-olds, but he's not like moving past like 17. He's still looking late teenager, and he knows they're going to figure it out pretty quick. So he's trying to learn as much as he can, as fast as he can, so he can get out. I guess start teaching himself is the ultimate plan in the beginning of the book. So he doesn't be, a lab rat for the rest of his life, which could be a very, 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 very long time when you can't die. Fun! Either way, I enjoyed that twist to the series. Good old Arcane Academy. So yeah, that is something that I recommend you might want to check out. 4% one, 4% two, 1% one. Eh. It's not bad. It's not bad. I like that the character has to figure things out. They're not being handed everything. I like that the character is actually working really, really hard to do something I can get behind, his motivation, and it's just all good. It's great. It's great. Not the best thing I've ever read, but pretty good read. I enjoyed it. How long is this book? This was a 377. Yeah, nice little Saturday read or weekend, however fast you read. I want to check it out. And if you're not sure, stick around for the spoilers, and I'll tell you a little bit more about the book. Ready? Spoiler section. Here we go. All right, so the main character. Yeah, it turns out that there are like, I think there were three, there could be four. I think there were three main countries who have been fighting each other for a very, very, very long time. And he kind of got in the way of some really, really high tier magicians who were fighting each other. Then usually they don't, because bad things happen when you are that strong. You tend to like literally tear apparently holes in reality. And apparently they tore a hole in one when he was out where I think he was just camping before he was like doing the whole school thing. I think that's what he was doing. And yeah, so he was out kind of in the middle of nowhere, but that's usually where the fights also take place because you don't want all these like huge Goliaths coming at each other and destroying whole entire cities. That'd be kind of counterproductive. So yeah, they did that. They ripped a hole in reality. Like time and power went crazy and blasted him. He got like the tail end of it, like the tail edge of it. He woke up not dead, but now not being able to be hurt. Whenever he's hurt, time essentially reverses and it goes away. Throughout the book, he even has his head cut off during practice with someone who, with us, I think it was a sword master, like who knows, and is not holding back at all in teaching him because they know his secret. So yeah, sometimes the arm gets lopped off, the head gets chopped off. He's not a fan of it, and it just reverses and bonk right back there. He has to go to academy because it's known that he does have magic. They don't know that everyone doesn't know that he's immortal, but they know he's magic, so he has to go to the academy in order to learn. He's in the mid ranks there. He's trying to keep things on the down low until he finds out that he has to take combat classes. And now he has to worry because combat means injury, and injury means I'm going to be screwed. Because if other people find out, guinea pig. For the rest of your life, guinea pig. So that's a lot of fun. Unfortunately, the mentor who knows about this, because he had to tell someone, he had to figure out like what's going on with him, so he went to a doctor. And so a few people did find out, and they're a little bit of experimenting on him. They're trying to see like what he can take, what he can do. Mostly because they want to know how it works for them. They haven't gotten to the whole rip him apart and see how he ticks thing yet. They don't want to do that quite yet because that might ruin the chance of actually figuring it out. But you're kind of left with the assumption that this might actually go this way if he doesn't get stronger faster to hold even the people who are helping him back from literally turning him inside out. So it's crazy. I liked it. I like the dilemma. I like that we want the main character to get stronger. I like that we want him to be able to defend himself. And it just feels like it flows naturally together. It just felt like it flowed natural. The conversations weren't stilted. They weren't surrounded by a bunch of yes men. Some people like him. Some people not so much. He's struggling around. He has to sometimes fight things and not get in over his head, not get injured while he's fighting. Like, you just want to know what happens next. You just want to know what happens next. And yeah, I did. I wanted to know what happens next. I want to know what happens next in book 2. I can't wait. So Shane Purdy, the Arcane Academy, I'll go ahead and give that a check. Go ahead, read it if you're interested. And if you've already read it, let me know. As always, comments down below. What did you think of it? I liked it, but did you? Till next time, take care, everybody.